Hey, it's Whitney. I'm knocking things over because I'm very excited to have another live video sharing products that I've loved over the past week. I have some brand new vegan products to tell you about today, which I just tried yesterday for the first time, and I've been waiting a long time to try these, so this is pretty exciting. I think I'll just start with those. In case you are brand new here to the channel, I always put the links to anything I mention down below in the description, so if you want to check it out, you want to buy it for yourself, it is there to make it super easy. I use Amazon affiliate links for a number of products, which means if you purchase it, I will receive a small commission, and I like to be transparent about that. That is a great way to support my work. So yeah, I feel like I have stuff on my teeth. No, I think I'm good. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the newest, latest, and greatest items. Hold on, I have to fix one. Okay, good. One thing on my computer, and I just got this in the mail. I think it was yesterday. I tried it as soon as I possibly could, and that is the brand new deodorants, the brand new toothpaste from Schmidts, which is very well known for their amazing vegan deodorants. And now they have these new toothpaste. I have 4 flavors, which means I practically have a lifetime supply of toothpaste now. I don't know how I'm going to make it through all these. I really wanted to do a giveaway, but I really also wanted to try all of them. So I don't know. I think I might give away the activated charcoal, but I'm definitely going to, I already opened up these 2 because I was really curious about them. I opened up the coconut lime and the vanilla chai. So those are the 2 that I've tried so far. I used one last night when I brushed my teeth, and the other this morning when I brushed my teeth. So thoughts on these. The texture is really different and nice. I almost have to look at it again. It's like very, I mean, it looks just like normal everyday toothpaste, but it's like creamier and a little bit thinner, smoother than other toothpastes that I've used. The other toothpaste I've been using recently tend to be a little bit more abrasive, and these just are very gentle, but they say that they do help whiten teeth and freshen breath. So I'm assuming that works. I mean, I felt like my breath was very fresh. I couldn't tell you if they whiten my teeth because I've only used them for like a day. But they're SLS free, so no sodium lauryl sulfate, I think that's what that stands for. Fluoride free, PEG free, I don't actually know what that means. Dye free, and no artificial flavors. So in terms of the flavors, they're interesting. I've only tried these 2, which are obviously the more unique flavors, chai and coconut lime. I have to say, I'm really looking forward to trying the Wonder Mint. And I apologize if the video quality is not great. I'm having so many issues with my computer, which is making me sad, and my phone isn't working properly for live videos, so I apologize if this is choppy. I just have to spend a lot of time figuring out my computer, which I will do as soon as possible. Anyway, so not to interrupt the flavors here, but I guess my first impression wasn't amazing, and I just want to be completely clear with you guys. I'm so excited. I love Schmidts so much. I'm obsessed with their deodorants, and so I had super high hopes for these, but the flavors are slightly weird. And I think it's just going to take me getting used to them. So I'll have to report back in like a week or 2 and let you know what I think after I've tried them for a little bit longer. So this just, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I just didn't love it. Now, I haven't tried the Wonder Mint. It smells really good, and I feel like this is much more of a traditional flavor for toothpaste. So I have high hopes for this. And I don't know if I'm going to try the activated charcoal because I want to give away one of these boxes because I don't know what I'm going to do with 4 tubes of toothpaste, and I still have another one in my bathroom from a different company that is like only a 4th use. So I don't know if I'm going to try this like from this box, but I am going to the Natural Products Expo, so maybe I will try it there. If they're sampling toothpaste, I don't know. That seems weird? Maybe they have smaller tubes or something. Anyways, I'm just excited about Schmidts. I think you should try it. If you are not super adventurous with flavors, I would probably say go for the Wondermint. Consider activated charcoal, because activated charcoal is great for whitening your teeth, and I'm very curious actually if this is a charcoal color, as most charcoal products are. So I really wish I could open this, but I just don't want it to go to waste. So again, I will let you know more. I'm so sorry if it's all choppy right now. I really apologize, you guys, but doing the best I can with my computer at the moment. Anyway, so I will keep you posted on what I think. If you are super excited to try it, I would order the Wondermint, because I bet this is great. If you are very adventurous and you're willing to take a risk, I would try one of these. Out of the two, I think maybe the chai was surprisingly a more pleasant taste for me than the coconut lime. I kind of thought it was going to be vice versa. But this maybe was like a little bit more subtle in flavor and just kind of like vanilla-y versus this one, which is like limey, and I don't know, it tastes almost like a cocktail or something. I don't know. I'll have to just keep you guys posted. But in terms of the texture and the way it works like a great toothpaste. And I think that Schmidts just makes such wonderful products. They have great integrity with their ingredients. So they definitely get my thumbs up. I just need to figure out what flavor is going to work best for me, if that makes sense. And Christy said that they got rashes, or she and her husband got rashes from their deodorant. I will say, if you haven't tried their sensitive formulations, they do have some that don't have any baking soda in them. I'm almost 100% sure. I double checked recently, but I still feel nervous to promise that. But go check their ingredient list, because they do have sensitive skin deodorant formulations, and I know some people are sensitive to baking soda and some other ingredients that might give rashes, so go check that out. All right, next up is this lovely tea. I think I got this at the ShiftCon conference that I just went to. I know I got it in some gift bag or something. And this is the TSTT Tea Immunity Fireberry it's the cranberry hibiscus rooibos flavor. This is so nice. I am a huge tea fan, and I really go for, like, I don't really know how to describe it, but obviously from my review of the toothpaste, I'm very particular about flavors. And I feel like there aren't a ton of new teas that I try that really surprise me and excite me. This is one that I was kind of blown away by. I just kind of had low expectations from it. It was, I don't know, it just looked like a run-of-the-mill tea, but the ingredients are really cool. It's got elderberries, currants, sweet blackberry leaves, candied cranberries, rose hip, and rose petals in it. And I just really liked it. It's a loose leaf tea, which I prefer, so I just brewed up some really rich tea. You know, you can really control how much of the leaves that you put into your tea with the loose leaf. And I had it as an iced tea, and it was perfect. It's already kind of sweet. There's a little bit of sugar in there from the candied cranberries, but I added a little bit of mint flavored stevia, and that just made a delicious iced tea. So I'm very sad that I have such a small pouch of it. I will probably get more of this because it's that good, and I think it'll be a great summertime tea. I just think hibiscus and rooibos teas are great on their own, so to have them combined, it's really nice. So if you're a tea lover like me, if you want a nice, simple, unprocessed beverage, this is a really good choice. I say that because I like to have a beverage aside from water. Actually, I completely forgot to bring this over today, but one thing I've been meaning to mention is when I was up in San Francisco a few weeks ago, I went up to my storage unit because I used to live in San Francisco, and I still have a storage unit up there that I'm finally closing down this year. Anyways, it's a whole nother story, but I took out some things from my storage unit that I haven't used in a while, and one of them is my SodaStream, and I have rediscovered my love affair with SodaStream. Are any of you guys SodaStream users? If you've never tried it before, I really recommend one, and you can probably go into a store and try it out first before you buy it. If you are a soda drinker or a sparkling water drinker, which is such a big trend right now, I really, really encourage you to look into getting a SodaStream for a number of reasons. One is that it can be less expensive because all you need to do is have some filtered water and then a canister of, was it CO2 that they use, and you can get that for like, I think it's like $15 for the refills. It's been a while since I've needed to refill it, but it's like $15 or $20, and I've been using my SodaStream almost every day since I got it out of the storage unit, and I haven't needed to refill the container. I don't remember how often I did in the past, but it's very reasonable in cost. It's more eco-friendly, especially if you get there's some different SodaStream models, and one of them has glass bottles, or a couple of them I think have glass bottles, which is the one that I have. And so you're drinking out of glass, you're making soda or sparkling water in your own glass bottle, and that's really cool because normally if you buy sparkling water or soda, right, you're getting plastic or cans or various glass bottles and recycling them, and now you just reuse the same bottle over and over again to make it your own. And then the other thing I like about it is that you can control the whole experience of the drink. You can actually control how fizzy your water gets, and you can add in your own flavors. You can buy all types of SodaStream flavors. I haven't even looked into the options. I got my SodaStream in like 2010 or 11, probably 2011 I think. I've actually had two, and my second one I think was 2011. And I actually, when I would make sweet drinks with it, I would buy flavored stevia, and you can get them from a few different brands. And they're like little drops that you can drop right in, and they have like cola flavors and root beer flavors and cream soda flavors and all of that. So they're completely sugar-free, and I loved that. It's kind of like Zevia soda, if you've ever had that before. I actually like that a decent amount, depends on the flavor. but you can basically make your own version of that. And then you can also get different types of flavoring. They have more traditional like Coca-Cola flavors, which I wouldn't recommend, and then they have some that are made with cane sugar, which are nice, and you can basically sweeten and create your own drinks at home. So that's really neat. I keep looking over there at my SodaStream, wishing that I could like magically bring it over here to my desk to show you guys, but I will do it in another time. That's my little SodaStream spiel, and I bring that up because I like to have something other than flat water. So I'll usually alternate between my SodaStream sparkling water and my tea. All right, next up, something that I have just started using, so I can really only give you my first impressions, similar to the toothpaste, are some new probiotics. So again, I got these from the ShiftCon conference, which I talked a little bit about in last week's video. And they, in one of the gift bags, gave me these probiotics from this company called Just Thrive. And I really, really love the probiotics I was taking, Bellason, and I will link to those too, because those are the most effective probiotics I've ever taken. I was blown away by my experience. I have a lot of gut issues, which many of us do, and probiotics have really, really helped me a lot. So I'm hooked on probiotics, and now I'm going to try these out until my free sample runs out. And what I thought was neat about these is they gave like this whole little pamphlet. I don't usually read these, but this is really fascinating. So their probiotics are gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, nut-free, and non-GMO. And they claim that they have 1,000 times better survivability versus Greek yogurt and leading probiotics. So that's one thing. I've talked about probiotics a lot in my videos, whether it's in snacks or chocolates or drinks or foods. Like, probiotics are a big thing, right? But as some of you have pointed out, you're not always 100% sure if they're actually going to survive, because in processing, the bacteria can be destroyed, and when you ingest probiotics, sometimes that can be destroyed, and various elements of your body processing that probiotic and all that stuff. So apparently they have developed this way to get the bacteria to survive longer than most other forms of probiotics. Now, I'm not a doctor, a nutritionist, a scientist, so I can't prove that. I'm just going by what they're saying here. What's also interesting about this is that this delivers beneficial antioxidants. And they did have some info in here. Oh, they have a ton. I'm not going to read this all to you guys because you can go on their website. But they claim that this is the only true probiotic that delivers essential nutrients directly to the digestive system. And apparently the strain of probiotic produces antioxidants, so it can be good for your immune system. So I just found this very fascinating. I'm going to try it out. I love that they're very clear that it's vegan and gluten-free and non-GMO and all of that. I still will probably go back to the other probiotic I was taking before from Bellason. It has more strains. This one has 3 billion cells in it, and the Bellason was like 25 billion. I don't know if that's just a marketing thing or whatever. All I know is that the Bellason probiotics worked really, really well for me. But I'm not biased towards the brand, so I'm going to keep you guys posted on all the different types of probiotics that I use. And lastly, I have this interesting product to talk about, and I want to do a whole video on this if you guys are interested. So I've been experimenting a lot with CBD, which is a non-psychoactive cannabis. So it doesn't have THC in it. It's just the cannabis oil. So it does come from the marijuana plant, which raises a lot of eyebrows, right, depending on your stance on things. What's interesting about CBD is because it doesn't have the psychoactive the effects that just like smoking weed or eating edibles and all of those ways of consuming marijuana does. It's used for very different reasons. So most people use marijuana for the experience, and some people use marijuana for medical reasons. As I'm sure you guys know, medical marijuana has been growing in popularity, and sometimes people use that as a way to get marijuana for pleasure. But a lot of people use marijuana plants for managing their pain. And there are actually a ton of benefits to cannabis. So I started experimenting with CBD mainly out of curiosity, but the more I learned about it, the more I felt like it could be beneficial to me. There's a lot of research that CBD can be good for the gut and digestive issues, depending on how you take it. But what I'm most interested in, and that's actually great, but I don't know that much about it yet. What I do know, though, is that it can be really good for pain management and inflammation, and that's why I've been playing around with it a lot more recently. I got this CBD oil again from ShiftCon. I got a lot of great products from that event. This is an extra strength one, and this is from Plus CBD, which is a brand that I've learned a little bit about at the Natural Products Expos. I really, really like this for a number of reasons. One is it's very subtle, but I think it works. I started taking it this week just to try it, but I was using it specifically to see if it would help with some body pain I had. I did 30 days of yoga last month in January, and it was challenging for me on my right side. I've been getting a lot of pains and tension in my knee and my hip, and it's just been uncomfortable. It's nothing serious, but it's uncomfortable. And so I was looking for natural ways to relieve that pain and to help my body heal. So I started using the CBD oil anytime that I experienced some pain, and I really feel like it did help because I wasn't taking anything else to manage my pain. I try my hardest not to take pain relievers. So to me, CBD has just been really fascinating. You can get CBD in pill form and sprays, or this is kind of like a spray. They call it a spray, but it doesn't like spray out, like spritz out. It kind of comes out in one stream like an oil, like just all the oil at once. It's hard to explain, but it's got this type of nozzle on it. But what I also like about this is it tastes amazing. It tastes so good. To me, this is like a treat to take. This is the peppermint flavor. And it's been very encouraging for me to take this regularly because of how delicious it tastes. I'm just shocked. And it has, I think, monk fruit, and it depends on the website. There was a different ingredient list. So I think sometimes they use stevia, and they use sunflower lecithin. So I guess that's where the sweetness is coming from. But anyways, if you've been thinking about CBD, I've had good experiences with this brand. They've tried a number of their products. The one thing I will encourage you to look out for is, if you really want to get into CBD, I would look into more the sourcing of it. And this is something I'm going to be talking more and more about, especially towards the end of this month. I'm going to do a video and a bunch of content around ingredient sourcing, especially when it comes to supplements. I am not a complete expert in this. I really basically learn as I go along, but I have heard that since CBD has been this big craze, that a lot of companies have not done the best job at sourcing it. And there can certainly be some issues with the quality. And this really goes for anything in our food system, is where are things coming from? If something's really inexpensive, it should raise a red flag. If something's super available, or you're seeing it marketed everywhere, it should raise a flag for you to look further into. And I just want to tell you guys that I do not know a ton about this company yet. I feel like they're legitimate because I've seen them and talked to the people that work for them at the Natural Products Expo, and they're at events like ShiftCon, and so I'm starting to feel some trust for Plus CBD. But it's also relatively affordable, and that to me is like when my red flag goes up. There's a really great company called Foria that makes a number of CBD and THC based products out there. I've been meaning to talk about them for a little while, but I've known the founder of that company for a very long time. He's very involved in the marijuana industry for both medicinal and pleasure usage, and I feel like this would be a really good topic. So if you guys have anything to add to this conversation, or you would like to see me do a whole separate video after I've done some more research and have some more things to share, please let me know. I think this is such an important topic because there's a lot of ignorance about marijuana. People have all sorts of different perspectives on it, but CBD can really be a phenomenal tool for your body and a natural way to relieve symptoms that might be very unpleasant for you. So that's why I'm becoming more passionate and interested in it. So that's it for now. I think I'm going to wrap things up unless you guys have anything you want to chat about. I'll remind you that membership to Eco Vegan Pal is wide open right now. So if you saw my last video, or you've been hearing me talk about it in some other way, I would love for you to check it out. There is a link to Eco Vegan Pal. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it is my membership platform for helping people that are vegan, veg curious, eco-friendly, somewhere along that path, that journey, connect with one another and get more support from me. It is an amazing platform. If you want to learn more about it, you can check out my last video. I will link to that if you aren't able to easily find it. And I would love to have you part of the community so I can get to know you more, connect with you, and help introduce you to lots of amazing other people. It's been really moving forward a lot more than it has in the past. We've got over 50 members in there right now, and more joining on a regular basis, which has been really great. And it's just really a big source of joy for me. So that's why I'd love to have you involved. Let's see, anything else? Oh, I'm going over to Facebook now to do a live video. So if you want more live content and you're on Facebook or willing to go to Facebook Live, please join me over there. I'm going to be talking about some products that I tried over the past week from the Goddess Provisions box. I did an unboxing of these products earlier this week on Facebook. So if you saw that video and you're curious what my experiences have been, come check it out. And if you, again, just want to keep learning more about products, I have a lot more content for you at facebook.com/ecovegangal. That is linked down below, along with all the links to the products I mentioned, to Eco Vegan Pal, to a lot of other things that I'm doing. And lastly, speaking of things that I'm doing, I'm hosting a huge vegan meetup 1 month from today on March 9th in Anaheim, California. Almost 1,000 people have RSVP'd for this event. I don't think 1,000 people are actually going to show up, but it's definitely going to be in the hundreds. If you are going to be in that area next month, if you're willing to travel, or you happen to live in Southern California, I hope that you will join. I will link to that as well. I'm so thrilled about this event, and I would love to see you there and spend some time with you. All right, I will see you next Friday for another live video talking about products, experiences, anything vegan that I've tried over the past week. Thank you so much for being part of this community. I look forward to your feedback. Let me just check super quick to see if there are any questions that came in live. Nope, no questions. Lots of great comments. Thank you to Christy, to Toya, to Be Fabulous You, and anybody else who's watching and hasn't commented. I appreciate you so very much. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.